So a lot of people are confused right now why YouTube is hitting so many channels with inauthentic content. They think YouTube is literally at a war with AI right now. And honestly, logically, that doesn't really make any sense. YouTube is a business and they're making record amounts of revenue off AI content. They even have their own AI content detection tools now. So why would they purposely demonetize the exact type of content that is making them the most amount of money right now? But once you step back and actually look at the bigger picture, you kind of see the answer. It's not that YouTube is anti-AI at all. They can't be. What they're targeting is something completely different. If you don't know me already, my name is Brem. I run multiple AI YouTube channels across different niches. But what some of you might not know is that almost every single one of them is completely made with AI. I've never had a strike on any of my channels, and I've only gotten demonetized once, which I'll get into in a couple minutes. And the reason I can sit here and claim this while everyone else is panicking is because I actually read the policy, instead of reacting to YouTubers and what these shitty shorts channels that are making ranking content are saying. So in this video, I'm going to go over exactly what the policy actually says and why the panic is completely mathematically wrong, and also the 5 main things that I do to protect and keep all of my channels safe. And none of them involve being scared of AI. So let's just take a look really quickly at what YouTube actually said, because this is the exact update from July 15th to 2025. Because the reason all this is happening is from the same exact update that everyone freaked out about on July 15th. These are the exact words. This type of content has always been ineligible for monetization under our existing policies. Always, as in this rule has been in the books for years. They just changed what it's called. The old name was literally just repetitious content policy, and the new name is inauthentic content policy. And the difference there is what actually matters. Repetitious obviously implied repetition. Like if your videos weren't actual carbon copies of each other, you were probably fine. Inauthentic is just a little bit broader. Now the question that YouTube is asking is, does this look like a human-made deliberate creative choices, or does it look like a template spitting out content? But here's the part that most people don't even bother reading for some reason. Look at the second sentence in the policy. If the average viewer can clearly tell that the content on your channel differs from video to video, it's fine to monetize. That's the test. That is it. Not is this AI, not is this faceless. Can a viewer actually tell if your videos are different from one another? Never once was this actually stated in their policy that AI has anything to do with it. In fact, if you literally open up the YouTube app right now and you press this little button right here, it'll take you to something called the AI Playground, which lets you literally generate AI content within YouTube Studio. Why would YouTube promote making AI content if they're just going to demonetize it? That doesn't make any sense at all. And one more thing, this policy applies to the channel as a whole, not each individual video. So one bad video doesn't kill you, it's all of them. That's why all these people getting hit are running literally content farms. And obviously they are abusing the hell out of AI to make all this content for them without ever actually putting any work into it. And unfortunately, that's the reason why AI is getting tied into all of this when it actually has literally nothing to do with it. Real quickly, you can take a look. Here's the actual list of what YouTube says is not allowed to monetize. Repetitive content with low educational or commentary value. Mass-produced content using a similar template across multiple videos. Image slideshows or scrolling text with minimal narrative. Do you notice something when reading that? None of it has to do with AI. There's not a single thing in this entire policy that says it has to do with being made with AI. All these things describe workflow, not a tool. You can hit every single one of these without using any AI at all. And on the flip side, you can use AI for every single one of these like I do and never run into a single issue ever. And that's honestly the whole point. The AI is not the issue here. The policy is and literally has been for years just targeting people that are plugging topics into a template. So really quickly, I'm going to show you logically why this makes sense. Why does it feel like AI channels are constantly getting demonetized right now? Well, think about it. AI is evolving at an insane pace right now. A year ago, AI content on YouTube was a fraction of what it is today, and most of it was pretty shit. It had robotic voices and terrible visuals. It was clearly machine made and AI. But now you can literally generate full 3D animations with one prompt. Some of these tools are literally unrecognizable from what they were a couple months ago. And with the advance of all these AI tools comes the actual acceleration of the entire channels being made. There are easily hundreds and hundreds of more AI channels that are being made every single day than there was like literally a year ago. And from what I see, for the most part, less than 5% of them are making actual original content. The other 95% of every single AI content on this platform is literally just copying each other. It's the same niches, the same formats, and the same scripts pulled from some other viral channel. So once you see all these fear-mongering tweets and comments on YouTube saying they got demonetized, it's probably because they were literally just copying someone. That's not a war on AI, that's a war on laziness. Because this literally is not the first time that this has happened. Here's the part that no one really talks about because they weren't ever here for it. A couple of years ago, the big trend, especially with AI, was Reddit stories and those weird like slideshow animal videos that were made completely with AI. You had your first wave of original creators that kind of like patented that niche, and then you had hundreds of other people that were just copying them. Where are all those channels now? They got completely fucking nuked for the exact same reason, which is just the repetitious content policy. It's the exact same pattern as what's happening right now, especially with all these 3D skeleton videos and all these AI animation channels that are just copying each other. But nobody makes conspiracy videos about it a couple years ago because the niche wasn't as big and none of those people use it as fear-mongering on Twitter. It's the same exact crackdown as what happened literally a couple years ago, and it was literally made by the same exact policy. What's different right now isn't the policy, it's literally just the population and the amount of people doing it. Instead of 300 people doing AI content and only like 20 or 30 of them getting demonetized, now there's 3 million people doing it and maybe 100,000 channels got demonetized. It's simply just numbers and scale. Alright, but if you actually are concerned about your channel and want to protect it, here are some things that I specifically do to make sure that I don't run into these problems. It's just 5 simple things and none of them are stop using AI. My channel does every single one of these things and it's never given me any issues at all. Number 1 is literally just stop copying people. Like I said before, the reason 95% of these channels are getting demonetized is because they are literally just copying people that have already gone viral. I've talked about this multiple times. There's a difference between copying someone and using a channel as inspiration. If your channel is functionally interchangeable with literally 5 different channels doing the exact same thing, do you really think you're gonna get fucking monetized? You're supposed to be using other channels as inspiration, and I say this all the time in my videos. Take the format that's proven and then add your own angle or spin to it, and you can go even more viral than the original creator. The second thing is actually just varying the substance of your videos. This one is literally straight from YouTube's examples of what is allowed. Same intro, same outro, whatever. The overall format of your videos can be the same, but the actual bulk of the content and what's going on is different. Because obviously YouTube rewards consistency and formulas. Let's take literally the biggest channel on the planet right now, which is Mr. Beast, right? His videos all have the same structure, it's the same format, it's overall the same exact type of video, but what's actually happening inside of them is completely different with a completely different storyline and different characters. But what you don't see them doing is repeating the exact same content over and over again. You can obviously differentiate every single video that they've made from another one, even though they are following the same exact structure in terms of hook, intro, and outro. The third thing is actually editing your videos. The number one visual signal of inauthentic content is a video that just does not move. Static images sitting on a screen, a clip playing for way too long without any cuts, no zooms, no nothing, no sound effects. If you're doing that, your videos are going to get hit with inauthentic content, especially if you're using clips. If you are not editing them well, then you will get hit. The simple fix is literally just actually editing your content, and there's plenty of videos on my channel that show you how to do that. The fourth thing is actually just editing your ideas and your scripts. Don't just plug every single thing into a template. This is the biggest mistake I see every AI creator make. They have one master template and they just plug everything into it. If you keep using the same prompts and the same structure, it's going to come out the same every single time you upload. And YouTube can obviously tell when you're doing this. Their detection system looks at patterns across your entire channel. When you get your generations, your prompts, your scripts, actually look at them, read them, and add your own human touch to them. And for image and video generations, I actually just use niche AI. If you use the prompt generator, it literally generates you a unique prompt for every single shot of your video. So this way your videos actually come out different every time. But whatever tool you use, stop just plugging the same prompt into it every single time. Number 5 is really simple. Just stop mass uploading. Don't upload 3 times a day, especially if you're uploading similar videos. I've been doing shorts for like 3 years at this point, and I have never uploaded more than once a day. I upload at the same time every single day. I don't schedule, I don't batch upload, I don't do any of that shit. I drag my video file into Studio and then I upload it from there. And that's literally it. I've been doing this since the start of my YouTube career, whatever you want to call it. Ever since I've started uploading videos on this platform, I've literally done it the same way every single time. But that's really why I'm not worried about any of this, and that's why none of my channels have ever gotten hit with any of this. But like I said before in the intro, I have been demonetized once, and it lasted me about 2 weeks, and I was demonetized for a whopping 14 days. And if you're thinking why this is so short, it's because I actually followed all the steps that I had before, and I was able to prepare the proper appeal that I needed to show that my content was real. If you follow all these things that I just showed you, then you'll have real evidence to show that your content isn't fake, and you'll have an actual process to show that you're making original videos. I showed this all in my appeal, and I was remonetized in weeks. That's the part that nobody tells you about any of this. If you do get demonetized or hit with some kind of issue, you literally have all the evidence in the world to show that your content is original, and you're literally just following the rules. The creators that can't appeal their way out of it are usually not the ones that are supposed to be getting monetized anymore. If your workflow is real and your evidence is real, then you really shouldn't have any problem. And yes, let's be honest, obviously YouTube's system is kind of ass right now, especially with the content detection, but most of the time, if you are wrongfully demonetized, there really shouldn't be that much of an issue with it. But if you are curious about my appeal scripts and what I do for my appeals, you can access them inside my community. You can get the exact script, the exact appeal video that I sent, and on top of that, you get a full tutorial on how I started a channel from zero and built it to 100K in just 90 days. Pretty much everything that I do when I start a channel from zero. And it's only $997. No, I'm just kidding. It's $35. It's in the link in the description. You can learn the entire system, get my appeals, everything like that. And if this video helped you breathe a little bit easier about AI content, make sure you subscribe because I do upload these every single week.